to have the broadcast of every single one right after that. But it does look like we are going to be getting into our picks right now very, very soon. Into the screen we go. TheGrooseIsLoose picking up some moles into his army composition. We've been seeing a nice little uptick in moles, although the recent patch did slightly nerf their HP, so we're going to see how well he's going to be able to do this one. It's going to be game number 1 of the VYESHAL OKTOBERFEST. TheGrooseIsLoose versus BrightYellow.
Yeah, I really like BrightYellow's deck that he chose here. He's got for squirrels, pigeons, chameleons, snakes, boar, and mine, and I think this lends itself very well to a sort of skirmishing sort of playstyle where he can go in with the tanky tier 2 units and then retreat to heal them up with his pigeons.
Speaking of skirmish styles, TheGrooseIsLoose is already going for the mole rush right now. He's going all in his gambit, forcing the mine denial, and he's going to get some free, at least one farm off of this. So 60 for 60. This is actually a really good start for TheGrooseIsLoose, as he's going to be able to get some. He's going to force BrightYellow to have
the mole does die.
Yep. So this is
I think Groose could have saved it if he didn't burrow back right away, I think.
I think it's still a favorable trade because it puts BrightYellow off to a very bad start because he does have to spend an extra amount of food in order to build into another farm to rebuild a farm that was essentially free for him.
Yeah. Plus, TheGrooseIsLoose also got about 11 food value for him killing that mine when it was partially damaged.
So off to a very nice start for TheGrooseIsLoose. Both sides are going to be getting their 6 farm warrens out right now, just sort of resetting after that initial skirmish coming out from the mole, but don't think we're going to stop seeing the mole. We saw in the last patch just how strong the mole push was when combined with squirrels, and we're going to see here, we're going to see if that's still going to be possible with their recent HP nerf as mentioned before. But yeah. BrightYellow, he's a very consistent player.
Yep. And looking at the map a little bit here, you've got some roads that are right in between players and a lot of high ground in the middle, so there's going to be, I think the fight's just going to be right down that middle path, contesting over that high ground mill right in front of BrightYellow's base. BrightYellow can take control of it. I think he will be in a good position.
He just needs to make sure that TheGrooseIsLoose is not going to be able to grab it, but right now we're going to see BrightYellow. He's actually going for an expansion himself right here. He feels pretty safe with this opening right now. Even though he is slightly behind, he has managed to catch up very nice to TheGrooseIsLoose. So both of them are pretty neck and neck, it turns out.
Looks like TheGrooseIsLoose is taking that campfire in the corner now. That's going to be pretty well protected just by that water. It's so far out of the way. I don't think BrightYellow will ever be able to contest it.
He does have his own little campfire just to the south of his own base, though, so BrightYellow has his own little place if he needs to, but it looks like he's just going to be putting some food into farms at the moment, while TheGrooseIsLoose going to start putting his value into arming. So a lot of things I have been seeing when I've been watching the replays for past qualifiers is that you don't normally see a lot of aggression come out from players, especially if they're trying to go for early units. There's just not enough punishment coming out from them. Right now, we're going to see TheGrooseIsLoose. He's going to try to do as much as he can to this mill, try to get as much value as he can from this attack, as he's going to try to pour his way with his squirrels into the attack right now. But Warren soaks up a good amount of damage there. Both sides taking heavy losses, though, but TheGrooseIsLoose is able to get the moles out in front. He's going to make his way through, try to get as many farms as he can possible. One farm will be going down to the mole assault, and he's going to retreat with the rest of his army. BrightYellow will be able to take out one mole, but that will be it for all of his troubles.
Yeah, those moles didn't really do much for TheGrooseIsLoose. They only got built after the fight had pretty much already been won, and sort of just cost him 60 food on the retreat.
Warren, he's going to go for it again. He does have a larger number still, but there is that Warren taking a few of the shots, but the mole is there to help take it down. Both sides with somewhat even numbers, but TheGrooseIsLoose is slowly losing out on it. Took a few 2 shots too many on that Warren, and he's going to suffer.
He definitely came out on the worst side of that second engagement. He should have waited to build up a bit more and take advantage of the lead that he had gained from that first fight, but he went back in too soon, and BrightYellow had reinforced more, and it cost him.
And now he's going to start building into his tier 2. We are going to see his chameleons pop out very soon in about 20 seconds, I believe, is the timing for tier 2 units. And this is gonna be pretty big. This is the timing that BrightYellow loves to go for. This is the well, usually he goes into like 3 warrens of squirrels into a chameleon, but now he's ventured a little bit off of it. It's 5 warrens of squirrels into a chameleon, so a little bit change in his build order, but still pretty much the same idea that he wants to do. He wants that constant pressure from the chameleons to come out.
On the other side, though, Groose is going for a wolf.
All right, so that's interesting. What do you think of Wolf in this current
I think Wolf can find some success, but the thing that worries me is he's only building tier 1s to support it, and BrightYellow has mines right in that path. So if he tries to bring his wolf buff squirrel ball through there, the mines could take him out.
And that's sort of the worry, is that he's not really the wolf only really buffs a certain number of units, so having a giant squirrel ball isn't really to the wolf's advantage. Like you want to have those meaty tier 2s out to be able to take full effect of the wolf's buff, because then the wolf will just be concentrating on getting those numbers out. And right now we're gonna see BrightYellow. He looks like he's gonna claim this hill with that mill that you were talking about.
And he's putting a forward warren to add a little extra tanking there too, and quicker reinforcements.
Right now, both sides still taking it easy. TheGrooseIsLoose is going to be able to get his wolf out very safely, so that's going to be a pretty big boost to both economy and his army right now. I'm not sure if he's going to use it to boost his economy though. If he has mostly squirrels, so it's not too terrible for him to lose these squirrels in battle at the moment. So it does look like he's going to try to use them economically though, leaving his wolf slightly behind onto the farms.
Yeah, and I think that's the correct thing to do. But right now, the wolf is buffing the squirrels instead of his farms. It's only buffing 1 pig right now.
So he has to move the squirrels just a little bit to get that full effect, but right now it's still
looks like he's going to go on the attack. And I'm not sure if he knows about these mines. He might be in for a rude surprise.
You just have to be a little bit careful with your approach. His army is 100% squirrel and 1 wolf right now. And actually it looks like he wants to play this one a little bit safely here, putting the machine gun nest on the high ground as close as he can, but BrightYellow has already claimed that mill on the high ground, so it's gonna be a little bit tough for him to start to walk into this, as BrightYellow has pretty much full control of this high ground.
Yeah, and here come the squirrels, and they hit 1 mine, they hit 2. Doesn't really take that much because there were a few wolf buff squirrels that ran out ahead and cleared the mines for the rest of the army. But here come the chameleons.
Try and make their way on forward, but he pulls back to his machine gun nest. That's going to do a lot of damage to these chameleons at the moment. Also going to be taking a lot of the aggression away from it. However, TheGrooseIsLoose lost a lot of his own squirrels in the meantime. He has to back up. It's only 6 versus 20. Even though they are going to be wolf buff, it's not going to be enough to save their lives. Right, and we see the pigeons coming into play as well. Those 2 squirrels to the north side not going to be even able to kill a single squirrel. It's just buffing. It's just healing that 1 single squirrel they're targeting right now. They have to change their targeting at this moment here, but these squirrels are a little bit too scattered to actually focus on anything. TheGrooseIsLoose will be focusing his way on forward, trying to get anyone on the retreat. That's a lot of damage done to TheGrooseIsLoose. He lost about 3 farms there,
yeah,
and a good chunk of his army, and even his wolf.
But BrightYellow lost quite a bit on the tail end of that too. He stayed a little bit too long, and TheGrooseIsLoose's many squirrel warrens were able to reinforce quickly and start to pull an advantage.
Both sides forced to sell their higher cost warrens as well. TheGrooseIsLoose takes away his wolf warren, while BrightYellow removes a single snake warren to make sure he has the food to replenish his chameleons. And we just think TheGrooseIsLoose actually going to put some money into some moles.
Yeah, I think TheGrooseIsLoose knows that he's on the back foot. He just lost a lot of economy. He can't play the long game now. He has to go now if he wants to have any chance of making it through this game.
The first mole, the second mole, all 3 moles unfortunately just lose their lives before they can do some real damage. But in return, he is going to be able to get rid of the chameleons, and TheGrooseIsLoose is going to retreat for the time being. He doesn't have enough squirrels to actually defend here. BrightYellow going to go for the attack, and that's going to be game. TheGrooseIsLoose does not have a large enough army to defend, and he is going to call it in. So just nice army management coming out from BrightYellow, and TheGrooseIsLoose unfortunately a little bit too hasty with his attacks as we head into game number 2. And here we go, this lovely new tile set map.
I see TheGrooseIsLoose making some adaptations. he's still sticking with the wolf. He feels like that's the game plan he wants to go with, but he's adding in a few more tier 2 units to have a bit more effectiveness with the wolf. Interestingly enough, he's dropped the squirrels for lizards. So he might be going for some early game aggression and then trying to use that pressure to give himself some space to tech up into his wolf and tier 2 units.
And this is also actually very good for Groose because of how small the map is for these two players. Just they're very close to each other. Versus Lose only to the east side as BrightYellow to the north. So the path for the lizards to travel through is a lot less than normally. But both sides, it looks like they're gonna go for an 8-farm start, 8-farm opening. No aggression on either side for the time being.
This is going to be a pretty interesting map, and I think these lizards are going to go well because there are 2 campfires like right between the players. So that's going to be some really contestable ground, and that's where the lizards can shine when there's like you have to fight over stuff in the middle of the map.
There's always that chance for a defensive play though. TheGrooseIsLoose's initial position is actually really good. He has 3 immediate warrens that are nicely protected by the geography, and he has really easy access to. So if he can play this one well, he can actually surge on ahead in terms of the economy. And considering that he's also going for the 8-farm opening, that might be a plan of his.
Yeah, and the other thing that might force this game to go later is the starting mills don't have a ton of territory to build in because of all these trees. So the players will have to expand eventually to just get more space to build more units.
Right now, we're going to see the first initial warrants come on for both sides. TheGrooseIsLoose is going to be getting those double lizard warrants for himself. BrightYellow going to get his single squirrels as he put about 3 mines onto the battlefield right now just in case. And he's going to get rid of the lizard though, so TheGrooseIsLoose playing a little bit of Minesweeper right now, making sure that it's a little bit safe for his army to go on through. Does miss 1 mine though. Is he going to get on the second try?
He's looking for it. He's looking for it.
To be fair, it's not in the best position to be of super use, considering it's on the low ground. And
alright, he's taking this campfire.
Yeah,
he's scaring BrightYellow to come towards him.
This is very aggressive of him. And he has more army units on the field right now. BrightYellow invested into a chameleon warren.
That warren goes down so quickly.
There
it does
is
not get
no
its full
way
value of tanking. That's a lot.
Oh, good plays coming out from TheGrooseIsLoose, just threatening to attack into BrightYellow, and BrightYellow just he's trying to go for the tank. Oh, trying to trick him into the mine also. There he goes. He found the 3rd mine.
Yeah, I really like what TheGrooseIsLoose did there because he knew that BrightYellow had mines, so he didn't want to go running around with his lizards, potentially running into them. He took the campfire to try to bait BrightYellow into coming into him, into the position that he was strong in. And now he puts down a machine gun nest to secure this position.
This is actually pretty bad for BrightYellow, especially with just how constricted his territory just got from that. He's going to go in some more. There is a chameleon out in play though, but their machine gun nest is also up as well. So both sides going to have to lick their wounds for the time being. BrightYellow did get his chameleons out, so that's a good thing. If he can build an army behind those chameleons and send them in after the initial wave, he could do a lot of damage. Wow, Groose. That is aggressive. That is super aggressive. He's trying to bait BrightYellow right now. He's not quite biting, but his army is in the very odd position.
I don't think Groose lost anything from that mine, did he? Lose a lizard? Yeah, I don't think he lost anything.
1 lizard.
1 lizard?
1 lizard. That's it. That final lizard already reborn.
Oh, he's gonna pick up this warren. He's baiting him.
Oh, this is such a bait.
BrightYellow, don't fall for the bait.
Like, he really needs to sit back already. He's panicking, putting money into mines, but not going to be fully built quite yet. Chameleon is there, though, serving as a wall, so that 2 mines will be able to build fully, at the very least.
I don't know why BrightYellow keeps on trying to take out this mine. This mill, there aren't any farms on it. It's not worth wading your squirrels through the water and putting you out of position against these lizards.
And every single time he tries to go for that mill, he's just going to bounce in and out with these lizards. The mine is going to go off, so he's going to get a good amount of damage. He is able to steal off 1 farm. The chameleons are going to come into the front line once again, but it's playing defensively right now. He does have a lot of army value, though, so he's going to try to see if he can finally push into that mill to the north side. But here come the lizards, and squirrels retreating through water may not be the best thing, but GrooseIsLoose maybe went a little bit too fast on that attack. He is going to lose that mill as a result. Just losing too many lizards in that attack. Just sack the mill. Gonna go for another farm. See if he can pick it off.
Yep,
there it is.
He gets the farm. I think the farm was sold.
Oh, that squirrel. Oh, that one squirrel. He was just stuck in the water.
BrightYellow is going for the boar.
Yeah, this is his only chance to rush to tier 3 right now, but there's a lot of constant poking coming from GrooseIsLoose, and he's gonna get his falcons up. Hopefully soonish. He's slightly supply blocked.
It's got 30 seconds on the board. 30 seconds on the board.
Oh, there's no way the falcons can come out in time then. They're unfortunately supply blocked by his lizards trying to reinforce as quickly as they can possible. And both sides, we're still going to see a scarce economy in about 30 seconds as the first 4 farms are going to die off soon. And that's actually kind of bad for GrooseIsLoose because BrightYellow will have his boar out by then.
Yeah, and that boar will be able to break this defensive position because it doesn't have very far to go to get in range of those machine guns.
Yeah, not only that, it's also going to be able to get in range of the campfire. And if it breaks that basically breaks Groose's hold over this territory. It does look like GrooseIsLoose, he's going to back off. He's going to get a proxy mill to the southwest. Oh, I just realized he built that Falcon Warren very close upwards. Now he's going to go for the attack right now. Here comes the boar trying to pour as much fire as he can here, but there's too much fire for the lizards to handle. They have to back off for the time being. One machine gun nest is going to go down. How about the second one here? The boar is starting to put a lot of fire into it, and it's dead.
Oh,
that crit damage on the building is doing a lot. The Falcon's doing its best, trying to take down this one single boar. And it's going to be able to do it. And now the Falcon, all by itself versus 3 squirrels, it should be able to take most of them out. He has to retreat just a little bit. His lizard reinforcements will be able to come in to take out the rest of the squirrels as they go on the back retreat. And GrooseIsLoose
here come the lizards. They're cleaning up.
He holds the Falcons just in time. Building that Falcon Warren just so close to that campfire was actually a really good idea coming out for GrooseIsLoose. He was able to reinforce very quickly there. Falcons coming in at a good pace. And now he's just going to rebuild his territory here. And BrightYellow's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah. BrightYellow lost his way to break through. He can't get a boar again. It's too low economy game for that.
Now he sold it off a while ago as soon as the board died, so now he's going to try to go for a flank. Up to the north side. Try to catch GrooseIsLoose off guard. But if Groose
notices, though...
This is a base race, then this is Groose's favor unless he finds the proxy mill, but actually he's trying to go for a back attack here. Trying to see if he can attack into it, and not going to be too successful. Is he going to turn into a base race? No. Can't win that. He has to win the fight outright.
Groose has to commit to something. He's just running around and taking free damage.
Alright, can you see if they take out that Chameleon? Chameleon is going to be down. Second Chameleon also going to go down as well, but he loses his entire lizard army in that fight. He's going to lose that Falcon as well. He's actually going to be able to break through that attack. Groose, too hesitant in his decision making. He has to back off now and wait for his entire lizard army to get back to life. And now he's on scarce economy as well. Only 3 farms to his name. Hasn't done much with his proxy mill at all.
I think he just has to sell and try to relocate at his other mill and hope that BrightYellow doesn't find him in time.
The comeback here coming out from BrightYellow, just finding
BrightYellow is only on 1 farm.
If he can snipe out that single farm, that'd be great. But BrightYellow does have some warrants to sell off. He's going to sell off an extra squirrel warrant to make sure his chameleons come out. Going to be grabbing the mill as well to make sure he doesn't starve to death. But
and he's just turtling up with MG nests, hoping to be able to stall enough to recover his economy.
3 machine gun nests is pretty powerful, so has to be a little bit careful. But BrightYellow, he feels he has the force. He's summoning his army over, and Groose does not have an army to defend with. Oh, he catches him off guard with that machine gun nest. I don't think he expected that to be there. There we go, trying to get some Warren taking in. He doesn't have enough money to build another one. The first machine gun nest goes down. The second one soon to follow. Most likely he's going to try to build the lizard Warren up. But it's not going to be enough. BrightYellow still has some squirrels on the battlefield as he took out the second machine gun nest. Now going to be taking out the farm. And just a turn in the battlefield here as GrooseIsLoose is in danger of losing. But BrightYellow is the one who's starving right now. So if he could take out this base, It's not going to be enough. He only has 50 seconds to make a decision with what to do here. Is he going to go back to build a farm? He doesn't have enough food, and he needs the squirrels here to be on the attack.
Yeah.
And right now, TheGrooseIsLoose is leading by 5 seconds.
But BrightYellow does have a mill, so he could always just go back and sell things and build a farm to stop his starvation.
Alright. Groose gonna sell off his machine gun nest. What is he gonna do? He has moles. He has moles, so he can probably do something about this, but he has to be very careful here. Now he is the only one in starvation tournament. BrightYellow able to build a farm, and he's gonna call the GG. Unfortunately for TheGrooseIsLoose, he's not able to hold the contain.
Yeah, that fight at the 6-minute mark where BrightYellow did the wraparound and TheGrooseIsLoose was just too caught off guard and didn't commit with his lizards and just took a lot of free damage before taking the fight.
Like, he lost half his lizard army by the time the fight actually started, and that was just very unfortunate. Like, I think if he just went for the base instead, that
I think if he just took the fight.
Like, either way, if he did something, but he just took way too long in his decision making, and as a result, he's going to lose out this first set as BrightYellow moves on, taking a 2-0 win